On the surface, monks, Navy SEALs, and entrepreneurs seem like they exist in entirely different worlds. One spends hours meditating in silence, detached from material desires. Another undergoes some of the most grueling military training on Earth, prepared to face life-or-death situations at a moment's notice. The third risks everything to build businesses that can change industries, economies, and lives. But beneath these differences, they share something profound, a mind that defies ordinary human limits. They don't wait for motivation, they don't rely on talent alone, and they certainly don't give in to excuses. Instead, they master three things: discipline, resilience, and purpose. These are the traits that separate them from the rest of the world. And if you learn to adopt even a fraction of their mindset, you'll be able to push past obstacles that once seemed impossible. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly how to train your mind like the best in the world. Discipline, the foundation of greatness. If there's one thing that separates the extraordinary from the average, it's discipline. The ability to show up every day, regardless of circumstances, is what defines the best in any field. Monks don't wake up every morning and decide whether or not they feel like meditating. It's simply what they do. They rise at dawn, follow strict rituals, and train their minds relentlessly. Their practice isn't dependent on mood or convenience, it's built on commitment. Navy SEALs are the same. Their training is designed to break people, both physically and mentally. In the infamous Hell Week, they are pushed to their limits. Sleep deprivation, brutal ocean swims, endless push-ups in the mud. It's not just about strength, it's about the ability to take orders and execute, no matter how exhausted they are. Only those who refuse to quit make it through. Entrepreneurs operate in a different battlefield, but their discipline is just as extreme. They don't have a commanding officer pushing them to wake up at 5 a.m., yet they do it anyway. They work long hours when others are asleep. They grind through financial struggles, investor rejections, and the crushing uncertainty of whether their idea will ever succeed. Discipline is the only thing that keeps them moving when there are no guarantees. Hit like and subscribe. It keeps me motivated to bring you more powerful videos like this. The world loves to talk about motivation, but motivation is unreliable. It fades. What monks, SEALs, and entrepreneurs understand is that success isn't built on fleeting bursts of energy, it's built on habits. The question isn't, do I feel like doing this today? The question is, am I committed to my mission no matter what? Mental resilience, winning the war in your mind. Most people quit before they've even begun. The mind tells them something is too hard, too risky, or too painful, and they listen. But the ones who achieve the impossible train their minds to reject this weakness. Monks understand this deeply. Their training revolves around detachment from suffering. They endure long hours of meditation, ignoring discomfort and intrusive thoughts. They understand that pain is temporary, but mental strength is permanent. This is why Buddhist monks can sit in meditation while enduring extreme conditions, because they have trained their minds to be unaffected by pain. Navy SEALs take this concept even further. Their mantra is simple: the body can handle far more than the mind believes. Training is designed to prove this. When recruits think they've reached their physical limit, they are pushed further. SEAL instructors say that when your mind tells you that you're done, you've actually only reached 40% of your potential. The rest is mental toughness. Entrepreneurs face a different kind of endurance test. Instead of physical pain, they endure constant uncertainty and rejection. Most startups fail. Most investors say no. Most people don't believe in their ideas, sometimes even their own families. The entrepreneurs who succeed aren't necessarily the smartest or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to break under pressure. They fail, adapt, and keep going. The difference between success and failure in life is often not skill, talent, or intelligence, it's resilience. Those who make it to the top don't have an easier path, they just refuse to quit when others do. A mission-driven mindset, something bigger than yourself. What keeps a monk, a SEAL, or an entrepreneur pushing forward when the average person would give up? A mission bigger than themselves. Monks don't pursue discipline and meditation just for personal benefit. They seek enlightenment, not for personal gain but for the betterment of humanity. Their mission is to understand suffering and transcend it, so that they can help others do the same. Navy SEALs don't train through unbearable conditions just for personal pride. They fight for their brothers, their country, and the people they protect. Many of them would lay down their lives for their team without hesitation. Their mission isn't about personal survival, it's about something greater. Entrepreneurs don't just chase money. The best ones are obsessed with solving problems and creating something meaningful. Elon Musk didn't start SpaceX just for profit. He genuinely believes in making humanity an interplanetary species. Steve Jobs didn't build Apple just to sell computers. He wanted to revolutionize how humans interact with technology. When failure is almost certain, only a deep belief in the mission keeps entrepreneurs going. People who chase only money, fame, or comfort never last. Because when things get tough, and they always do, those motivations crumble. But if you're driven by a mission greater than yourself, you can endure any hardship. How can you apply this to your life? You may not be a monk, a SEAL, or an entrepreneur, but you can train your mind like one. Build discipline, stop waiting for motivation, set a routine, follow it no matter what. Small habits done daily will change your life. Strengthen your resilience. When your mind tells you to quit, push further. The pain is temporary, the growth is permanent. Find your mission. If you're doing something just for money or comfort, you will give up when things get hard. Choose something bigger than yourself. Most people will never train their minds to this level, most will quit. But if you decide to operate differently, if you decide to think, act, and train like the best in the world, you will become unstoppable. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if you committed to the mindset of a monk, a Navy SEAL, or an entrepreneur? Maybe it's time to find out.